Hello everyone, welcome to Oliveboard. Am I live, audible, visible to all of you? Am I audible, visible to all of you? Come on, tell me, please confirm. Audible and visible to everyone? Audio, video clear? Audio, video clear? Confirm, please confirm. Shall we start? So, today we are discussing business cycles. Business cycles is the topic of IE&IFS paper 1. IE&IFS paper 1 of JAIIB exam May and June 2024. This class is exclusively in English medium so that everyone can understand, even those who are not able to understand Hindi or bilingual language, okay, or not comfortable with bilingual language. So we will be discussing everything in English so that even the students who are comfortable with bilingual language can also attend, and the students of English medium can also attend, okay. So in this class, we will be discussing the basic of business cycles. We will not be able to discuss in detail the concept of business cycle, as I have already told you that I am having limited time in this particular YouTube class. If you want to discuss all the things in detail, you should join the paid batch. The timings of the paid batches for IE and IFS exclusively in English is 7 a.m. daily. 7 a.m. daily. You should join it. Okay. And for even for PPB, we are having exclusively batch for English medium, that is at 8 p.m. Sometimes we also conduct, apart from 8 p.m., 7 p.m. as well. Okay. On YouTube, daily PPB class is at 9 p.m. And on YouTube, IE&IFS class is at 9:30 p.m. Okay. So with this, I'm starting today's session. I just wanted to let you know that if anyone wants to take the subscription of the paid batch, they can take it by applying this code Shachi or any other faculty code. If you want to join, you will be getting 45% off. Usually we will come up with 40% discount, but nowadays we are offering 45% discount in special cases, and 55% only you need to pay out of the total amounts. Okay. So with this, I'm starting today's session. In this class, we will be discussing business cycles. I am Shachi Gupta, welcoming you all on the Oliveboard. This is the quote I came across and would like to share with all of you. Is it always seem impossible until it is done? Okay. In this topic, what would be the outline of the topic of today's class? We will be discussing the characteristics of business cycle. What are the characteristics and what were the phases of the business cycle? We will be discussing all the 2 points, all these points, basically both the points, in the upcoming slides. Now, starting with business cycles. What do you mean by business cycles? It is an economic activity that brings the fluctuation in the production or the economy over a several months or a period of time is referred as business cycle. Whatever the fluctuation in the production, for example, there might be boom, then depression, then recession, then recovery, then again boom, recession, depression, trot, peak. This is the kind wave-like movement. This is called business cycle. Business cycle is also known as what? Economic cycle. It simply means the whole course of business activity which passes through the phases of Prosperity and depression. Basically, any economy, whether developed, developing, or undeveloped, no economy can skip this business cycle. Every economy passes through the phases of boom, recession, depression, trough, sorry, and then again the prosperity, then peak, then again recession, depression, trough. So these needs to be understood by the economist before planning the production or the uh, further activities, so that a proper decision can be taken. A business cycle is not a regular or predictable or repetitive phenomena. Okay, it's not a predictable phenomena. It's just like a swing of a pendulum clock. It's random, and large degree of unpredictability is also there. This is just the features. Okay, when we talk about business cycle, this phase is called expansion. When the economy is expanding, this particular point is called peak. When the production activity is at peak, when the country is having very high national income per capita, GDP, that point is called peak. Again, the economy is slowing down with low per capita income, low GDP, low unemployment level is increasing, poverty is increasing. And even if after recession, the economy goes through deep depression means in that case the economy is suffering very large number of unemployment, poverty, low GDP, per capita income, and then the country reaches its trough point means it is the bottom point or the lowest point of any business cycle. After the trough point comes the recovery part, where the economy starts recovering again, then the expansion part again, then the peak again, then recession again, then depression, trough, recovery, expansion, peak. This is a wave like movement which continues. Okay, what are the characteristics of business cycle? When we talk about the characteristics, it is synchronic. What do you mean by synchronic? The upward and downward movement tend to occur at almost the same period in all industry. If some one industry or some particular industry is suffering from the depression, it gives the impression on the other industry also. It affects the other industries also. So in that case, it is synchronic. It affects the other industry and the overall market as well. The business cycle show a wave-like movement. We have seen it is a wave-like movement. Cyclical fluctuations are recurring in nature. This is recurring in nature. Once the peak is there, there must be a trough, then again the recovery, then boom, then peak, then again recession. This nature is to be, followed every time. There can be no indefinite depression or eternal boom period. There cannot be indefinite period of depression. The country usually comes up with the what do we call it, recovery period and expansion period, and then reach to its peak, then again it falls back. So it's a cyclical movement. The up and down movements are not symmetrical, but the this particular movement is certain, not symmetrical, but it is certain that it will come. The downward movement is more sudden and violent than the upward movement. When we see that the downward movement is more sudden and the violent, the upward movement is usually very slow. What are the phases of business cycle? We have seen from the previous diagram that a business cycle is identified as a sequence of 4 phases. What are the 4 phases? The boom, recession, depression, recovery. When we talk about the boom, during the boom phase, production capacity is fully utilized and also products fetch an above normal price, which gives higher profit. Basically, boom is a period where the country is or the economy is prospering. The production capacity is fully utilized. The prices are above normal price. Profit margin is very high. Okay. In boom period, consumption will be decreased as prices are going up. After the normal prices are going up, so consumption will be decreased. Consumption will be decreased because the prices are going up, and the demand is more and the less stagnant or even decreases. The demand is more or less stagnant or even decrease. In this case, the demand usually becomes stagnant or decrease because of the consumption decrease, and consumption decrease because of the prices rises. And why the prices are rising? Because the production capacity is fully utilized. Okay. The boom has following important economic characteristics. What are the important economic characteristics of boom? An accelerated and prolonged increase in demand. Basically, it will accelerate and increase the quantity of demand in the market. The demand peaks to the level that exceeds sustainable output and production levels. Basically, demand will be more than the supply. Economy heats up. Okay, and demand supply lag becomes apparent. The lag between the demand and supply becomes apparent as demand will be exceeding the supply or the production. The market forces mismatch. The demand and supply will not be at this equilibrium, and there will be disequilibrium in the market, tend to create a situation in which inflation begins to rise, as there will be more demand and less supply, and there will be a disequilibrium in the market. This will cause the increase in prices. I'll tell you with an example. This is the demand curve, this is the supply curve. When the demand rises to D1, the demand curve will shift to the right. Supply is stagnant. Supply is not increasing at all. Okay. Previously, E is this equilibrium point. This is price. This is quantity. Okay. When we talk about the new equilibrium, this is E.1, E1. And the prices will increase and the quantity will also increase, but due to what? But due to increase in demand. So prices begin to rise due to increase in demand. Is it clear? The economy may suffer fundamental problems such as shortage of investable capital. Basically, the capital that needs to be invested will suffer. Savings will be decreased. Declining standard of living, it will start because the prices are going up. Prices are going up, so savings will be less. Standard of living will be usually low. The emergence of sellers market will be there. That means the market will be dominated by the sellers because the prices are high and the prices are controlled by the sellers. Okay. What is recession? When we are talking about recession, it is a downward tendency in the demand. The supply exceeds the demand. Here, this is the demand curve and this is the supply curve. Basically, this is the equilibrium point. Okay. This is price, this is quantity. Okay. When there is a downward tendency in the demand, that means demand moves towards the left. In this case, what will happen? The quantity will reduce. Okay. The supply exceeds the demand. In this case, the quantity will reduce. The desire for liquidity increases all around. The producers are compelled to reduce the price so that they can find money to meet their obligation. The phase of the business cycle is known as crisis. Okay. Following are the major characteristics of recession. When we talk about the characteristics of recession, there is a general decline in the demand. Usually the demand declines as economic activity slow down. Inflation remains low. Prices are low. Here we can see that prices are low. Prices are low. I have made some, not clear diagram here. Prices are low also. Okay. And usually employment falls and unemployment rises. This brings unemployment in the country. I'll erase this diagram. Don't refer it because this does not give the true picture. Wait. Yeah. An industry resort to price cut to stay in business. Basically, every industry resort to price cut to stay in the business. What is depression? Whenever we talk about depression, it is underemployment of both men and material. What do you mean by underemployment of men? When a teacher is working as a peon, it is underemployment. That person is seen to be employed, but under the but less than his capacity. Okay, when a teacher is working as a peon or a, for example, janitor, in that case we can see that his skill set is more than the his employment type. That is called underemployment. Okay, and underemployment of material means not using it efficiently. General demand falls. Usually when the men and materials are not using properly, the general demand will fall faster than production. Volume of production will be reduced. Okay, when the demand is very low, the production will be affected and the production will also reduce. The demand for bank credit at its lowest. The people will not demand more money, and the credit for demand for the credit is lowest, and result in idle funds. Result in idle funds means people do not want to invest. The interest rates are declining as well. Some of the primary features of depression are as follows. When we see about the features of depression, it is an extremely low aggregate demand in the economy, causes activity to slow down. When we talk about the depression, it means extremely low aggregate demand. Our aggregate demand in the economy is very, very low. Inflation is comparatively lower, comparatively, not very low. Employment avenues begins to close. Basically, employment is reducing, forcing the unemployment to rise. To keep business running, production houses resort to forced labor cuts or retrenchment. In order to stay in business, the production houses or the producers needs to cut down their cost. For cutting down their cost, they resort to labor retrenchment. Okay. So when we talk about recovery, how recovery happens after the depression phase, this recovery period comes where the wages will be low, but the prices are at lowest, and the consumer and who postponed their consumption, expecting a still further fall in price, and now start consuming. Basically, in the recovery period, depression is done with it. The wages are paid low to the workers, and the prices are at lowest, and the people start consuming on the expectation that prices will reduce further. Okay, as the demand increases, people starts consuming, so demand will increase. When the demand increases, the stock of goods become insufficient. The stock of goods become insufficient. Okay, an increase in the aggregate demand, which must be accompanied by increase in the level of production. When the aggregate demand increases, it will increase the production also. Okay, the production process expands and new investments become appealing. Basically, when the production expands, what will happen? The new investments comes. As demand rises, inflation rises as well, making borrowings cheaper for investors. When demand rises, as we can already see, inflation or prices also increase, and the borrowings become cheaper. As production rises, new employment avenues are created. With rise in production, new employment is created, and the unemployment rate will reduce. Okay. When we talk about few questions, business cycle is also known as, please tell me, it is also known as entrepreneur cycle, economic cycle, vicious cycle, none of the above. Write one and answer. A, entrepreneur cycle. B, economic cycle. We have seen in the first slide. C, vicious cycle. And D, none of the above. C is saying vicious cycle of poverty. Come on, tell me, everyone. A, entrepreneur cycle. B, economic cycle. C, vicious cycle of poverty. D, none of the above. Basically, we can see that business cycle is also known as economic cycle. It can also called economic cycle. Okay. Pick out the odd one. We have seen boom, slowdown, depression, recovery. What is the odd one here? We can see that slowdown is a downward movement. Depression is a downward movement, recovery is from the upper part, and boom is the increasing part. How can you identify the odd one out, which is not belonging to the other three? Slowdown is not a phase of business cycle. Okay, this boom we can see this period, depression we can see this period, recovery we can again see this period, but there is no slowdown. Okay, there is no phase which is called as slowdown. So this one is the odd one out. Slowdown. Underemployment of both men and material is a characteristic of which phase? We have just seen underemployment of men and material. Underemployment of both men and material is a characteristic of depression. Okay, so here the correct answer will be depression. Okay, which phase of the business cycle is also known as the crisis? Which phase of the business cycle is known as crisis? Boom, recovery, depression, recession. Tell me. Boom, recovery, depression, recession. Basically, recession is called as the crisis, where the crisis begins, and after that the depression comes. Okay, with this I am concluding today's session. If you want to take more classes and the in-depth topics, you can join the paid batch. For the further updates, you can join my Telegram channel. This is the QR code of my Telegram channel. You can join it anytime, and you should also join the official Telegram channel of the Oliveboard. You will get all the updates there. Okay, please tell me, Jyoti, Rupa, I would be more than happy to clear your doubt. Please tell me. I registered in September 2021. Okay, Jyoti, now what happened, Jyoti? Total I attempt 4 times. Okay, if any attempt left. Beta, are you on the official Oliveboard Telegram channel? There is a detailed chart about it. There is a detailed chart. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can understand JIIB. There is a detailed video and chart on the on. Wait, I'll give you the link. Wait. There is all the details are provided there. Even on the YouTube that is published, and also on the Telegram official Oliveboard Telegram channel that is there. Wait, I'll tell you. Wait. Ma'am, if I skip attempt considered, then October में मेरी 5th attempt complete. Oh, okay. Wait, I'll give you the video so that all your doubts will be cleared. Wait, wait, wait. I'll give you the link. On the YouTube itself, there is one on the official this Oliveboard official this YouTube channel, you will get one video called JAIIB exam 2023. If I got 45, pass or fail. JAIIB passing criteria 2023. Do watch that particular video, dear. do that, do watch that particular video, because there is a gap in your fifth attempt as well. So I'm not very sure about it. You should watch this video. Everything will be there. Okay. I need to check for the fifth attempt because I'm not very sure about it. You should watch that video. On the Oliveboard official channel, one video is there of Himanshu sir. Okay, you can watch that video. That might be in Hindi, but I hope you can understand Hindi. Jyoti, you understand Hindi? Okay, so you can watch that. Yeah, old syllabus में skip attempt calculate होता था. Actually the problem is मैं यहाँ link paste नहीं कर सकती. I cannot paste the link here because YouTube is not allowing me to paste any link. You should definitely post it on the Oliveboard Telegram channel or just watch this video. Watch this video, JAIIB Passing Criteria 2023 by Himanshu sir. On the Oliveboard platform, that you will find it. Have you subscribed the channel? Otherwise, you will get all the updates there also. No channel cleared. You should watch this video. Have you watched? There is one video of Rajiv sir as well. Are you on my Oliveboard Telegram channel, Jyoti? If you are there, I'll post that slide to you. Are you on my Telegram channel or official Telegram channel of Oliveboard? Because I'm not sure right now. I have to check with this slide, with this table. So if you are there, I'll post the slide over there. If you are available there. Are you there, Jyoti? Any other doubt regarding the class you have? If you have any other doubt related to the business cycle or the topic of IE&IFS or any other doubt suggestion, please do let me know. I will be more than happy to help you. Because on this one, I am very doubtful because your attempt was skipped. Everything is clear to everyone? Okay? Everything clear? So with this, I am concluding today's session. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a good night. See you again at 7 a.m. Okay, my pleasure, Jyoti. But I regret I am not able to solve your query. Please do watch that video. You will be able to, get it. Good night, dear. Good night. See you at 7 a.m. IE&IFS class. Bye-bye. Take care. If you are there in the IE&IFS class. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.